Okay, today's route is going to be Route 21 out of the Derbyshire and the Peak District book. It's Ticknall, Repton Shrubs. It's around 13 mile with about 800 foot of climbing. I'm actually starting today from the official point in the book, which is a village hall, which is just off Ingleby Lane. So on that note, I'll make a start. Right, I'm just going to turn right here onto Main Street. Right, I'm now turning into Repton Road. Right, I'm just branching onto the single track now. I've just finished the short road section I had. It's going to be off-road now for the next 2 or 3 miles. It's fairly quiet down here today. Again, it's a type of route, if you're out on the weekend, there'll be a few walkers down here. It's also a route that's familiar with horse riders as well. Right, I'm around about a mile in at this point. So it's nothing too strenuous, this route. It's quite pleasant on a nice summer's day. It's actually a bit cold and windy this morning. There's various splits along this route, but it's a case of continually going straight, which is what I've done from the first point where I went off road. I've just carried straight on. I'm about 2 miles in at this point. Still on the same trail, still not turned off. Just got these woods to come through. I'm heading towards Repton now at this point. Right, the trail is going to branch off left here, so you can't really go wrong. Although this is reasonably dry today, this can get really muddy in the winter. It's not somewhere where I'd come, to be honest, personally. Right, I've just come to a rather shitty bit, which I'm going to avoid. I'm just going to cut round the edge of the field. I don't want to get all shitted up, to be honest. Right, I'm just coming to the end of this trail now. On in. It's I've got a mile or so of the road now. Right, I'm just turning onto Repton Road. I was actually on this road earlier on at the start, so I've like branched off it, done a couple of mile off-road, and I'm now sort of briefly going back on myself. Right, I'm just turning off Repton Road now, up quite a long sandy climb now. Probably goes on for about a mile or so. I'm about 3.5 miles in at this point. This trail's going to take me up towards Brook Street. This climb, although it's not severe if you're on an e-bike, it would be quite draining on a regular bike. Right, I'm still on the same trail. I'm about a mile in now on this uphill climb, which is about finished now. In front of me there's Repton Shrubs, which is where I'm heading. To the left of me there is Sawmill Reservoir. Right, I've just come to the end of this uphill trail. I'm now branching onto Brook Street. I'm going to turn right now though onto Red Lane. Right, I'm now on a nice long descent down Red Lane. This is as fast as you want to make it, really. Right, I'm now on a nice long descent down Red Lane. This is as fast as you want to make it, really. Right, I'm just going to branch off left at this pile of stone here. I'm not sure what these woods are called. It's a fairly short section actually. Right, we've got a nice downhill bit now in the woods. It's a bit odd to, or not odd, should have said it's easy to miss your turn in here, because this short uphill takes me towards an house. Right, there's Repton Shrubs to the left of me, which is what I've just rode alongside down on the downhill bit. I'm now coming back up to Repton Road. I'm going to take a right turn here and then a sharp left virtually straight away back onto the off-road section. Right, I'm just going to pick up this bridleway now. Right, I'm got a couple of fields to navigate over, and I'm heading on to another set of woods. I'm heading towards Watery Lane now. I've just got a little bit of this wood section. This is one of these routes in the summer. Gets rather overgrown. I'm 6.5 miles in at this point. I'm just coming out onto Watery Lane. Probably got about a mile of road work now. Right, I'm just following the road around now to the left. It's one of those nice old telephone boxes in front of us. Right, I'm just going to branch off left here. It's actually taking me up now to the old Bretby Hospital, which is now, I think it's Cedar Nursing Homes now. Came down here through the winter and it was as muddy as hell down this section, but it seems okay today. Right, there's the old Bretby Hospital in front of us, which if you do any kind of internet search has got quite a lot of history behind it. Just turning off right here down this short trail. On in. It's a bit of a lake here. I'm not sure what it's called. Again, although the GoPro won't pick it up, as quite a long uphill now. I'm about 8 miles in now at this point. quite a descent this is. I don't know whether it's picking it up on the GoPro. Right, we're going to branch off right here. Just got this short section now, which is going to take me up to the road. This is now bringing us back onto Repton Road yet again in a different position. Right, I'm now turning into Brook Street. Quite a long drawn out hill this is. Again, if you're on an e-bike it's not a problem, but it'd be quite tiring on a regular bike. Just going to branch off onto this dirt track now. There's some sawmills down here that it's going to take me to. It's fairly flat, this section that I'm on there. There's to the right of me, I don't know whether it picks it up on the camera, hopefully it will. I mean, there's like two, well, I don't know what they are, lodges or whatever. I mean, there's something else they are. Look really nice. Now carrying on straight over onto Coles Lane. I'm actually the other side of the reservoir, Fulmont Reservoir now. I've done a big loop round it. Now picking up the tramway trail now. I think when the book was originally written, I don't think the tramway trail was probably around at that point, because it actually, the route actually takes you a bit further down the road. Actually coming through this tunnel you can barely see where you're going. Right, good. Yeah, a bit of a walker straight on takes you to a place called the Lime Yards, which is quite a nice place to go for a walk. I'm virtually back at this point now. The official route will take me back down Main Street and back, but I'm literally cutting across this bit of a field, which is going to take me onto, I think it's Chapel Street. I think I've just completed this route in the nick of time. It's just starting to rain slightly. The route is done there. I've done the 13.1 mile. I'm now back at the village hall, so hopefully if it's a route you're interested in doing, I've given you some worthwhile information. On that note, I'll wrap the video up.